Hey, so I'm eating lunch. You may have noticed that I'm on the trail. So when I went home, I kind of didn't have any motivation to do anything. So yeah, I'm doing the Q&A on the trail. So I'm probably just gonna slap this on the beginning of the next video. Um, yeah, let's get into it for questions. Um, One of the questions was, what's my diet looking like? So for breakfast, I do a lot of oatmeal, and I usually throw in a carnation breakfast shake into it. But I'll go through phases where I won't do that. Like I went through a grits phase where I did grits, and a phase where I just eat bars. Um, for lunch, I usually do like a tuna, and then I'll do wraps. I started eating them separately because they're just easier. And then I'll usually have like chips or something like that. For dinner, I do a lot of like ramen, or with either like mashed potatoes or peanut butter in it. And I'll throw in like chicken packets or beef jerky. And then I'll do like a bar, a protein bar. I do a lot of fruit snacks with most meals. Or sometimes I'll pack out like dried fruit. That's mainly it for diet. Okay, so one of the questions was, why am I hiking the AT? To be honest, I don't really have a good answer for this. So when I learned what the AT was, at first I thought, wow, that's really cool. And then I was researching it, and the more and more I researched it, the more and more I just felt like this is something I gotta do. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, how many miles I do? Before I took a break, I was doing about 18 or 20 every day. Once I'm just not getting back on, I'm getting into it a little, taking it a little easy. But yeah, when I get back into it, I'll be doing 18 and 20s pretty much every day. Okay, so have I learned anything about myself that's surprising? I'm surprised that, sometimes I got pretty lonely so far. Um, I wouldn't go as far as say I'm an introvert, but I have some introvert tendencies, and so I'm usually okay with, being by myself. Like, I don't feel the need to be around other people, but there'd be a couple times where I just kind of be, by myself for weeks on end, where, I'd see maybe a couple people throughout the day, but yeah, sometimes I got pretty lonely, and that surprised me. A piece of gear that I'd want to swap out, my tent. So I'm gonna flip the camera around here. This green thing is my tent here. As you can see, it's on the outside of my backpack because it's big. It's big and it's heavy. So I would prefer to have a tent that was lighter and that I could actually fit in my backpack. But I mean, when my tent's set up, it's great. It's just when I have to carry it, it's not so great. And what landmarks am I looking forward to the most? Honestly, the whites in Maine. I've heard that's the hardest part of the AT, but I've also heard it's the most beautiful part, so I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to the 100-mile wilderness, which is also in Maine. I'm pretty much just looking forward to Maine in general. That's gonna be fun. Yeah. Okay, describing my best and most challenging days on trail. Well, I think my most challenging day has probably been that first time I did the 20 miles. So I woke up late that day, and so I was kind of having to rush the whole time. And then also, the reason why we're doing the 20 miles is because it was 10 miles and then a 10-mile stretch without water. And so we didn't want to stop at 10 miles. We didn't want to stop where there wasn't water. So once I'd passed that 10-mile mark, I couldn't stop because I needed the water. And so I wound up getting to camp after dark, and it just wasn't fun. Describing my best days on trail, I don't know. It's just like sometimes, like I'll just be feeling good, and it'll be like a beautiful day like today, and then it'll just be great and magical. Um, so it's usually how I'm feeling. Like if my body just feels good, then it's a great day. How I feel physically, right now I'm feeling I'm feeling great. Obviously I just took a week off, but before I got off, I was hitting an exhaustion point because I was pushing myself because I knew that I was gonna take a week off. So there was a couple moments where I should have taken a 0, but I didn't because I knew I was gonna take a whole week off. So I pushed through, and that was pretty exhausting. And then how is my feet doing? Notice my feet are doing probably as best as they can be. They're sore, and the bottoms of them, they feel pretty much like they're bruised. But from what other hikers have told me, that's normal. And then when I wake up in the mornings, my feet will be real stiff, and I hobble around, and it's called a hiker hobble, because up until like we warm up our feet, we're like hobbling around like, I don't know, but it's yeah. I think for what I've put them through, they're probably doing as best as they can be. Alright, so I'm back on the trail, back in the Shenandoahs, and I'm gonna be honest, it was a lot harder coming back out than I thought it was gonna be. You know, I didn't realize how much I missed the convenience of normal life, like being able to take a shower every day, being able to sleep in a bed every night, being able to eat a bunch of food and stuff. But yeah, it was actually a lot harder coming back out than I thought it was gonna be. But I'm back out anyways. Yeah. It's a little bit windy today, or at least right now it is. It's a cheeky little view right here. I don't know if I already said this or not, but today I'm feeling really good. Like yesterday was really rough. I had to like retrain my legs how to walk. It was not very fun. But I'm doing good now. Look at this guy. He's not afraid of me at all. Hello, don't mind me. Oh, I spooked him a little bit. It's okay. Also, so I just ate dinner at Skyline Resort. I don't know. It was a fancy restaurant, and I had a bunch of food. As I was leaving, they had live entertainment cloggers show up. It was really interesting. It was like tap dancing the country music. I don't know. I stayed and watched it for a little bit. Yeah. I'm on top of Stony Man Mountain Cliffs. And that's the trail right there. Today is a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm in a weird, like, grassy area, but there's still, like, trees. I don't know. It just looks weird to me. Oh, look at that. I don't know, just something about the way the sun's hitting the mountains and the clouds. Great. I left the Shenandoahs yesterday, and now I'm back on normal AT. So I just crossed that, and that road is the turnoff road to get to the town of Front Royal. So I didn't go there because I already had food. But Pathfinder caught back up with me, and so we were hiking for a little bit, and then she got off because she had to get food there. But yeah, I obviously didn't shoot any videos together, but it was fun seeing her again. Yeah. I'm at Ray's Rhino. I don't know if you can see it, but that right there, that's the rhino. I'm at Jim and Molly Denton Shelter, and it's really, really nice. I'm like on a bench. The shelter itself is nice. There's a covered like picnic area. Apparently there's showers over there that use solar power to like heat it. I'm not gonna spend the night here. I'm just hanging out for a bit, but it's really nice. Look at this. This is the trail right now. It's a little wet here. We're about to go on the roller coaster. And look who finally showed up again. We hit 1,000 miles. We hit 1,000 miles. I made it into West Virginia. I totally just saw a bear, like right over there. I was just walking and I heard a little snap. I look up and it was just a bear. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I went, hey bear, what's up? And it ran away. Yeah, that was really fun. That's the first time I've seen a bear on the AT. Yeah. This right here is the Lunch of Champions. Take 2 wraps, thing of Spam, and some mayonnaise. And you make a little taco out of it. Oh yeah. That right there is what hiking is all about. Crossing over the Shenandoah River right now.